right. All right. I feel like making some noise today.
In love with the Coco. I'm in love with the Coco.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? This is your girl Assata Coco, and we back. We back in the action. For how long? We working on the spirit of consistency, okay? So today, I would like to call these chit chats. I got time today. Cause you guys ever heard where people be like, oh, I don't got time for this today. I got time for this chit chat today. I got what? What did I just say that I had today? Right now at this moment? What did I just say? Cause if you're not listening to me, what am I doing this for? Anyways, so it's your girl Assata Coco, and do you see my lovely like background scenario? Isn't it so cute? It's just so zen. It just makes me happy. It's so clean and white. Black power. Anyways, so today I will be discussing mental health and relationships, and I'm going to more so touch on this topic based off of my own experiences and me being the one with emotional issues, attachment issues, abandonment issues. I'm going to be the one, therefore, to touch on the subject on my end, because I'm loving the Black community and the women in my community talking about mental health issues and how they dealt with it in a relationship, but more so as being the victim. I don't like to say victim, but I don't have another word. Like, they're the ones that didn't have the problems. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and yes. So, let me tell you a little background, and I feel like this may fit 90% of what a lot of other people go through, especially if you were in the foster care system, right? You are an orphan, you have no parents, you are responsible by the government. The government takes care of you. You don't got no parents, you don't got a mom, you don't got a dad, you don't have a mold, you don't have a format, you don't have no instruction. So, okay, so let me just talk about my experience as being in the foster care system and how it affected me. So I grew up in a single parent home with my mother until I was 16. I'm really bad at trying to remember the specific details because my trauma has erased a lot of my childhood, my teenage years. Like, there's people that come up to me like, hey, you don't remember? Like, literally, they were like, oh, I grew up with you, you don't remember me? And I'm just like, I feel so bad because I really delete stuff, like, defensively, like, in your brain, you going through so much stuff. It just deleted a big part of my life. But I'm going to try to tell you as much as I remember. So I grew up in the foster care system once I turned 16. My mother developed schizophrenia, paranoia, and she was no longer able to support me and my younger brother because, you know, when your mind's not right and you're not medically getting the attention that you should, you can't even take care of yourself. So let's just pray over my mom. You know, I believe in God. I believe that God can touch all situations, heal, and fix and mend any situation that's in his will. So we just gonna pray on that. But yes, So that's how that happened. And then I was removed from my home. I was removed from my home and I didn't go into the foster care system immediately. I lived with my younger brother's grandmother, but that didn't work out. Um, that's another story, but let's just say that didn't work out and I had to go. So, then I stayed in a foster care home. Shout out to my foster mother slash aunt slash sister slash, because she held it down. Like, I can make a video about her. Like, anyways, I'm so grateful for her. Anyway, so I stayed in her home, maybe for like a year. I don't know. See, I just erased this. I think I went to prom. I think I was 17, turning 18. I went to prom and then I was completely in the foster care system. Mm, guys, I'm horrible. Okay. Maybe I stayed there until I was 19. So, like, maybe 2 years or a year and a half I stayed there for. And then I was put into a program called the Individual Living Program. I gotta make another video on that too, like my whole experience, like really break down that. But anyways, I was put into that basically where they it wasn't like a group home. It was like they put you and another girl in an apartment. It's called individual living. Basically, they force you to grow the they teach you like living skills such as cooking, hygiene, food shopping with for yourself, by yourself. You're living there by yourself with another roommate, despite the fact of whatever mental health issues they're going through. I got story times on that. The staff is not 24/7, so you kind of by yourself. Like, I don't know if I want to say a group home is better because you have more support. You have more support as far as that comes, where this program, you don't got a job, you ain't getting nothing extra that you want. That, yeah, they provide metro cars for transportation, they provide food, but even that, like, sometimes they was slacking on that food, and I thank God. I had my always held my own job. Always held down my own job, because there was some times that they didn't provide food and you would have been asked out. You would have been hungry. Like, a lot of girls were hungry because they didn't have a job and whatsoever. Let's move forward. So, just what I went through, being alone, not having any parents, and kind of having to be forced to grow up, which is not a problem. Like, but the difference between being forced to in a government-based program and living in a household where your parents are developing you slowly, for that, depend on which household you come from, because some parents are just mean and they don't help you out, they don't do nothing for you, and that's how you learn how to live. But I'm talking about having the support from your parents. Even if you fall, they have your back. I didn't have that. I did not have that. And that was an extreme pressure on me to be the best that I can. And the freaking stress broke me, because I knew if I was to make a dumb mistake or just make any mistake at all, like, I would fail. And I have no safety net, none whatsoever. And I've seen many girls in that program fail, and Where they are at now, I don't know, but they're probably nowhere near where I'm at now. But it freaking sucks to not have no support. Like, it sucks. Like, I didn't ask for this. So, anyways, we are gonna get into that. Let's just thank God. Let's thank God He brought me and delivered me from that. So, alright, so mentally, over the years of growing up by yourself in isolation, okay, that really messes with your mind. Like, I can't even express enough what loneliness can do, what not having a family can do for you. Like, I can't even tell. Like, I'm probably gonna have to make a video on why parents are so important, and that's why, like, when I become a parent, like, I am preparing myself mentally to become a parent, because you know what, a lot of people are not doing that. They're breeding child and can't take care of them properly. Oh, yes, you can provide for them, but are you feeding them? Are you nurturing them emotionally and mentally and spiritually? No. So then you create another messed up human, and the cycle goes on. Okay, we moving. We just going off on a tangent. But not having that structure, not having parents to raise you, and having to deal with staff that didn't care about you. They were just there for the money, right? And you know they didn't care about you. Like, yes, in my whole life, I probably have 3 social workers that really cared about me, and I can't even tell you how many people I done dealt with. Like, how many people that I done dealt with, and only 3 of them ever cared about me, and I look up to them still to this day. Yeah, God bless them. And I feel like this field need more people that actually care about the children. Like, don't do it for the money, because let me tell you, I work in this field. You don't get paid that much. You don't get paid that much, so you're already not getting paid that much, and you're not putting your emotion, you're not putting your passion into this, and it's just a waste of your time. It's just a waste of your time. So, yes. Being isolated and being lonely, like, we all know the effects of, like, solitary confinement in prison, right? How it mentally messes with the prisoner's mind, because we're humans. We're not meant to be alone. We're not meant to be away from people and not have certain connections. That's just not how we are built. And when we are living that life, it messes with you mentally. Like, it stops you from understanding and connecting socially, even sometimes professionally. It messes with your cognitive skills. It messes with every part of you, like who you are, who you want to be, who you should be, because you don't have a format, you don't have a mold, you don't have a structure, right? And the government ain't no structure, ain't no proper structure to be following or molding children, because look at the system already, look at products of the system. But yes, and how that affected me, I don't understand certain dynamics of things as far as when it comes to family. Like, it's so weird. Like, I can't even be around my friend's family or like my man's family for like too long, because I get freaking weird. Like, it just how can I describe, like, it's so different to me. And because I've erased what I've already grown up with, because basically the trauma of what I've been through leaving that situation, and the trauma of going through everything presently, it erased like what it is to be around people. And so during that time I was in foster care, I was extremely depressed. Like I was going to therapy, I was depressed, I was suicidal, I was a mess. Like a mess. And I think that what might have been the deepest place I've ever been. Yeah. So, going through that, it keeps me from understanding certain dynamics, like just trying to understand how people can do things for one another. Like I've just been doing everything for myself. So, like how people like, oh, I'm gonna go spend time with my mom, or I have to go do this for my mom. I gotta go do this with my mom. I gotta go to my grandma's house. I gotta do something for my dad. Oh, my dad want to talk to me. Like, or like people invite me over for holidays, and I kind of don't like to go because I freaking freeze. So yeah, that's how that affects you. You don't know how, and I think they should fix that. As far as the foster care system goes, they need to come up with a class or an activity where you get to spend time with a family or with a group of people to socialize, because I still don't connect on certain things. I don't understand, like my brain can't go in certain places because I don't have that experience, you know what I'm saying? So also, like I said, not having the proper structure, you are having a hard time trying to find yourself. Who am I? What am I supposed to be like? I don't have no parents to tell me don't do this, don't do that. Hey, let me share some of my life lessons with you. Be careful for this. I have not had none of that. I thank God that I didn't do something tragically stupid, basically because I watched everybody else make their mistakes, so that's how I learned. But if you're not that person that learned from other people's mistakes, you will succumb to plenty of failures in your life. But I thank God I'm smarter than that. But yeah, not having that structure can leave you lost, and not knowing yourself and having to wake up being this person that you don't know. Like you don't know what you want, you don't know what you deserve, you don't know what love is. And I'm telling you, that's another thing. There was I didn't know what love was like, and I've dealt with a lot of things where I was told it was love, like as far as abuse comes, or like cheating or bad friendships. I've dealt with because I've assumed that was love because I didn't know what real love was because you know I haven't had that. And you are disconnected from people emotionally. Like it really, like the system really makes you into a robot. Like they strip, I can't really, I want to go into it, but your emotions are stripped from you, and that is by force, mainly because you don't want to emotionally get attached to people. Because when you're in the system, you see so many workers, you see so many staff, you see so much people in your business that you don't know who to attach yourself to, you don't know who to love, you don't know even how to love, you don't know who to trust. So doing that in a relationship, any relationship, a friendship, a spousal relationship, you don't know how to do that. And I dealt with that like for a long time. I was disconnected emotionally, like savage mode. And we can talk about that another day too. But I didn't allow myself to feel, or if I said I felt something, I didn't really feel it. I was just saying it. because that's what you get used to. You know, they train you to be a certain way. They just train you how to live, but not how to be a person that's living. You know what I'm saying? And that really has affected me, and it has affected how I dealt with men in my relationships. Yes, they teach you how to survive, but not how to live. Like, I so I worked very hard. I went to school. I always worked 2 jobs and had no time to myself. But I was trained how to survive and not how to live. And for a long time, I was not living, and that resulted to me feeling dead. You know, feeling dead and doing a lot of things that the dead do. You know what I'm saying? So, I thank God that I am alive through the blood of Jesus. Um, but yes, so that all those things really spills into a relationship, into any relationship. And I think before going into a relationship and you've been through some really traumatic experiences and you don't have certain experiences, please heal yourself. Your journey to healing, everybody's journey is different, as far as everybody's spiritual journey is different as well. But it is a big thing that you heal yourself and you learn who you want to be. Learn who you want to be, get to know yourself, because you're going to go in relationships and ruin people. Ruin people and ruin things around you because you're lost. You're just lost in your mind. Like, how can you be in a relationship? How can you love somebody and you haven't fully love yourself? Like, how can you love yourself if you don't know yourself? Does that make any sense? So I feel like a lot of people are going through that. Definitely heal yourself. Learn to love yourself. I can't even tell you how long that's going to take because I'm still going through it, but I'm so much further than I've ever been. I'm so gracious. So once you start healing and you start loving yourself, you will find yourself. You will find what you deserve, and you will find how to treat people that love you, and you will know what real love is. You will know. You will know. Like, you'll know. And just healing also comes with coming into terms with that you can't change what has happened to you. You can't change nothing. You have to accept it for what it is. Stop dwelling on it. Stop questioning, like, God, why me? Do you hate me? Like, why you took away my family? Why you put me through this? Why, like, just, it is what it is. You've been through what you've been through, and you don't have to be a victim of it. You don't have to be a victim. And I think that goes with every person in life. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. You don't. You have freedom. But a lot of people are not even aware of their freedom, And I think freedom comes with peace. You have to be ready to be peaceful with yourself. Someone's calling me. Sorry guys. You have to be peaceful with yourself, with your situation. You have to be content with yourself. Yes, I've been through this, but what am I gonna do now? I gotta be a better person. I gotta be a better person for myself. I gotta be a better person for my friends, for my family. Well, family's out of the question, but for your future family, you have to prepare yourself for your future, even your future wife, your future girlfriend, your future boyfriend. Please take time to learn yourself. Please take time to love yourself, because there's people out here that want to love you and show you better, and you won't see it. You won't see it because you never had it before. So you're like unaware about what's going on. And I've hurt people over it. Yes, I have. I've hurt people. I've destroyed people, and I apologize because there was love that you were trying to give me, but I didn't see it, or I didn't want it, or I didn't believe in it. And I was just going through my own stuff. Like, you really have to hash out your demons before jumping into relationship, trying to think you're gonna find yourself through them, and you're not. You're not. You're not. And I've done that before. I've done that. Trying to find yourself through drugs, through sex, through people, through friends. No, this is a personal journey. You have to really sit by yourself, tough it out, figure it out, and get it done. Because you have one life. But yes, that was my advice for people who grow up with emotional trauma and are unable to connect and be the person that they should be, or that they want to be, or the person that they dream to be, you know? But as far as people that deal with us and come into contact with us, thank you. I just thank you for your patience. Thank you for trying to show us better. Thank you for trying to love us. And it's not easy. It is not easy, and kudos to you. And let me tell you one thing, you don't have to stick through it, because it's draining. If you don't have enough to pour into somebody else, that means you need to stop, pour into yourself, and if this is the person you want to love, you'll try again. But if this is just something you don't want to deal with, I don't blame you, because it's a lot to deal with, dealing with people who have emotional issues, abandonment issues. Also, abandonment issues come with control. Like, you'll date somebody who needs to control every situation, control what you're doing, where you at, what they do, just because they have not had the control over their own life. And I've dealt with that too as well, like not having control over my own life. So I tried to control people that I was dating, situations I was dating. Like, you don't mean bad by it, but that is the only power you have. And being in the foster care system, you have no power of your own life. Someone's constantly watching over you, documenting you, experimenting on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, evaluating you. And it's tough. But I thank you guys for your patience and your love. It's tough because you have to, if you've been dealing with a person who has not found themselves or does not know how to properly love others only because they have not received it, it's a lot. And like I was saying, I just thank you for your patience and your affection. And later on in life, we will be thankful for it. We will thank you for trying. But man, you are a very strong person, and you have healing properties. You have a healing spirit where you just want to love on somebody that has not been loved the way they're supposed to. But if they won't accept that and they don't see it at this moment, who knows when they'll see it. But don't give up on us, because we mean well. We just been through some we've really been through some stuff, and it's upsetting because it's not our fault, you know. And I just want to thank my man, because he's been through some stuff. He's been through some stuff with me, and I just thank him for his patience and his love and his gentleness. Continue to be gentle to us, because we don't know what it is. We don't know. Thank you. I love you guys, and I'm so glad I was able to talk about this. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and we're gonna touch on this more another time. Let me know what you think about this and if I should do real deep combos like this more often. Thank you. Juices.